Hi everyone, today we're going to review the current housing market in Covington, Washington. So if you're interested in that area, this video is for you. There's been a lot that has changed over the last year. I think people have lots of questions about the housing market. Is it going up? Is it going down? We're going to review all that and hopefully get you some information that's useful. With that said, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my page. I do many videos like this one on other cities here in Washington State, so hopefully I have one that you're interested in. And if not, call me, text me, email me. I will gladly help you, maybe even make a video on that city. If you're looking for real estate services, I am always here to help with that as well. If you're out of state or in state, I provide services for buyers and sellers, so feel free to reach out to me in any way. Text, email, call, comment below, any way works, and I'll gladly help you if I can. As I talk, I'm going to be pulling up some graphs next to me that kind of will give you hopefully a good idea of where the market has been, where it's going, and what we're expecting to see over the next few months. The first graph we're going to look at is homes for sale, which is pictured in the light green, sold homes, which is the darker green, and pending homes, which is the red line. First, let's start with last year to this year. So last year in April, there was 36 homes for sale. This year in April of 23, there's 21 homes for sale. Last year in April, 56 sold. This year, only 13 sold. Last year, there was 46 homes pending at this time. This year, there's 21 homes pending. If you look at how things were going up this time of year last year, each month from February on, there was more homes for sale and sold. That is pretty standard. This year, as you can see, towards the end of this graph there, we're kind of staying flat. It's not really going up by much. It went up in March a little bit and then dropped back down in April. This should start going up as we continue towards summer here. I would imagine June and July, there's going to be a lot more listings. However, the way things are looking with rates being where they are, we're not going to see as many listings as we normally do, which creates a bit of a problem because you have more buyers than homes available. So the thing that's going to happen, in my personal opinion this year, is if rates do drop down some, what we're going to see is there's a very limited amount of homes on the market, and there's going to be too many buyers for those homes. So there is a possibility that we're going to see multiple offers again in the summer if rates drop down. Now, it currently is a lot more competitive than I think the news and everyone wants to tell you, because there are houses that are getting multiple offers. It's just not as crazy as it's been in the past. If rates do drop and all of a sudden buyers are going, oh boy, this is our opportunity to buy a house, and they jump back in, it's going to get a little bit crazy, which leads me to say you buy a house now and you have a higher interest rate. Lenders are doing things like free refinance in the future or buying down points for you, that type of stuff. The benefit there is, yes, your rate is going to be higher, but you're also getting a house a little bit cheaper. If we get into this situation where rates drop and all of a sudden there's a bunch more buyers, well, guess what's going to happen? Now you're in a bidding war and you're going to be paying $40,000, $50,000 above asking price, voiding inspection, all that stuff, and everything is in the seller's court. You're basically there just trying to win a house and doing everything you can, which is very frustrating. Now, this fully depends on your personal situation, so it's case by case, but in a lot of situations, you're better off buying a house now and doing that free refinance, let's say 6 months from now, versus getting yourself in a situation where you're voiding everything on your offer, you're paying $40,000, $50,000 over asking, and you're losing out on 3 or 4 houses before you get one. Sounds a little crazy, but that's how it's been over the last 2 years, and this is really the first time, I'd say, over the last 2-3 summers where we haven't had that situation. And in a lot of ways it's been nice. I've had situations in the last couple months where we've come in and offered, $30,000 under asking, got $10,000 back towards closing, which we used to buy down points. On top of that, the lender has also said that they'll refinance the client for free. So in that situation, it could really benefit you in the long run. You could get a house a little bit cheaper. You're not as frustrated and annoyed about losing out on your dream home 2 or 3 times. You get a little bit more to choose from, and again, then you get to refinance it in the future. This does not work for everybody. It's a case-by-case basis, and you need to reach out to a real estate professional like myself to go over these options and see if they make sense, because it absolutely may not, or it may be the perfect situation for you. So we just gotta talk about it. Okay, let's move on to the next graph. Now let's look at days on the market, which is highlighted in blue, versus the sold price percentage of the actual list price. So now let's look at April of last year versus April of this year. Last year in April, the average days on market was 4 days. This year, we're at 63 days. What does that mean? That means that as a buyer, you have way more opportunity to ask for more, get more repairs from the seller, potentially get some money back, that type of stuff. So you have a lot more leverage, which I think is massively beneficial. And again, at the end of the day, hopefully we can put you in a situation where we can buy down points or refinance the house for free in the future. And that way you're not affected long term and you still get exactly what you want. Now, as you can see, with houses sitting on the market more this year, you also see that red line kind of dropping. So a year ago, we were selling at roughly 109% of the sale price. This year, we're selling at 96% of the sale price. So again, this is an opportunity for us to come in, and in a lot of situations, for me personally, if a house has been sitting on the market, we are not coming in at full price. We will be coming in lower and potentially asking for a few things to help us buy the home. So this next graph I think is pretty interesting. So it's the sold price versus the for sale price. So in other words, the listing price versus what it actually sold for. Now, as you can see from this graph, there's been over the last year a bit of a disconnect between sold price in the red versus the price it was actually listed for, the for sale price in the green. Now in April here, we are kind of getting to a point where they are leveling out. Now this number surprised me a little bit. I thought it was going to be a bit lower than this, but the average sold price of homes this year compared to last year is up 6.2%. However, the average sale price, meaning the listing price of homes, is down 1% from this time last year. So really what we're seeing here is that home prices are still going up year over year. Not as much as they have been over the last 3 years or so, because that was just crazy, but they're still going up. Now, the most important takeaway from this, in my personal opinion, is what is going to happen with the rates in the next few months. If the rates stay the same, I think that home prices are just going to kind of stay flat. If the rates happen to drop, that 6.2% increase in home prices is going to shoot up significantly, because again, we don't have enough listings out there and we're going to have way too many buyers. So you're going to find yourself in these bidding wars, and all of a sudden we're going to see that 10, 12, 15% year over year increase in home prices. So as a buyer, you need to make a choice. So the way I see it, really the thought process for you should be, do I buy now, pay a little bit higher on the mortgage for a few months? Can I afford that? If not, then that's just out of the question. We wait. If you can, then you buy now and you refinance that house in 3 months, 6 months, a year. At the end of the day, no matter which route you choose, whether it's to buy now, pay a little bit more and refinance, or wait and hopefully get something at a much lower rate, it certainly depends on your individual situation. But it is worth giving me a call, speaking to one of my preferred lenders. We kind of come up with a game plan. You say, hey, yeah, I like that, I'd rather just buy now. Or you say, no, that does not work for me. I don't feel like paying $400 more per month. I'll wait. And then we go from there. And we kind of come up with a game plan. We see what works best for you and hopefully get you the house that you want. And this brings us to the end of our video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope that was helpful. My next video on Covington will be a drive-through through some neighborhoods with pricing on houses in those specific neighborhoods. So again, please like my page, subscribe to it, call me, text me, email me with any questions. I'm always here to help. I'd love to help you in any possible way I can. With that said, have a great day. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye.